The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Their brand new offer for new customers: play just $5, get $8 bonus funds. Use promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's currently Wednesday morning, September 17th, around 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm Rose, as always, Scott Reichel, once again joined by Adam Rose. We're together. We're going to go through our favorite props for the Wednesday card. Adam, how's it going with you? What's up?
Post-vasectomy day.
How you feeling?
Sore.
Was it a coincidence, by the way, or was it a joke that you decided to use peas after the...
No, that's a thing, but it works really well. The other thing is...
that was a peas. That, you know what I'm doing there with the joke? You must
also... What's that? There's peas on peas. I told you should have seen my text thread with CJ.
Okay.
And
I was making sure that you had at least got that. Okay, cool.
I texted them before I texted my wife. It was like hilarious. They're like, who's picking you up? I'm like, my wife. And then they're like, have you told her yet? I'm like, no, I'd rather talk to you guys about like this stupid thing. Anyway, but you might notice my voice sounds like I have Vegas voice. So they put me under.
Yeah.
And for those who have not been following the saga, they put me under because everything's too big down there. I'm not lying. I wish I was joking, but it's the case.
Was that your first time going under?
Probably. It was. And I woke up and my throat was really scratchy. I was out right away, and I woke up, my throat was really scratchy, and this nurse was like, "Oh yeah, you started coughing, so they had to intubate. They put a tube in."
Damn. Okay.
How crazy is that? I mean, given all the ER I'm watching, I'm just like, whoa. So I'm like, what did I do? And then she's like, yeah, they intubated you like in the middle of it. And I was like, Jesus Christ, it's only an hour. But then I guess they took it out, and then it was whatever.
Well, it'd be weirder if they kept it in. So
it was just super weird to me because I was like, why does it feel like that? And that's like aggressive, right?
I don't know the rules about coughing in the middle.
I don't know, but like,
so
I had a mask on, I guess, and I started coughing, and so they were like, they just put a tube in.
And it could be worse. At least they didn't hold your nose. But yeah, it's fine.
Really. Well, I woke up and I had like this big mark on my nose, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I see the guys in the chat. I see Eli, I see Terry. First of all, it's a big shout as we're winding down, the Handigraphs crew that is here. Hockey's coming soon. This stuff will work really well for playoffs. Hitter props have been kind of killing it on this, and we'll find some for the bonus section too.
Yeah, I know last episode I went 2-1. The Giants game came through. Shout out to Gilbert for being terrible, and shout out to Corbin Carroll for being real good at baseball. But either way, I ended up going 2-1 last time, and we'll try to keep it going here on this one. A reminder, by the way, we have an NFL prop show tomorrow. So if you want our thoughts for week 3, check that out tomorrow on the Propcast YouTube channel. And once again, we'll try to also simulcast it on Twitter. So keep that in mind. Anyway, before we get into any of the props that we have for baseball on this Wednesday, a reminder that you can check out all of the free picks and podcasts from SGPN on the SGPN app, which is available in the App Store for free. So check out the App Store. Once again, download it wherever you do get your apps, and it is completely free to do so. So starting off with the player props, Adam, I'm going to let you go first as always. What is your first prop for the show?
So, sorry guys that Dean Kramer, I guess it's probably his next to last start. He couldn't come through on the Iron Dome cap. He gave up 4.
There were so many innings where the White Sox could have had a chance there, and they just didn't get a hit.
So I'm obviously, a lot of people know that I'm pretty high on the White Sox next year. I've already talked to you about this, that I project that they're going to, and I can say project because I actually have a spreadsheet, Scott's seen it, where I project what I think the numbers are going to be. And I'm pretty good at it. I think that they're going to be I think that they have a 70 win ceiling next year. I do like this team. They look tired. They look like they've kind of fallen off a cliff right now. And as part of that, I'm going to be taking Tyler Wells under 4.5 hits today, -120. They've kind of fallen off a cliff, like I said, hitting wise. There's like 5 guys in their lineup who have K rates above 50%. 6 straight right-handed pitchers have gone below 5 hits allowed. 8 of the last 10. The only ones who gave up a bunch amount are surprise, Zebby Matthews and Taj Bradley. So those guys always give up that stuff.
Shout out to Zebby, who I was out on from the way beginning. He was so bad last night.
He was terrible.
He's terrible.
Just, well, so I have a cap on NL Zebby. I'll say it now. I think NL Zebby is Brandon Pfaadt.
Okay. I think Fodd's better than Matthews, but I get what you're trying to go for.
He gives up hits.
I get what you're going for.
Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Tyler Wells under 4.5 hits allowed. He was great against the Pirates his first start back from the IL. So like I just think that he's pretty much a good. I think he's a good one to take here. There's a lot of ways it gets there. One, he's on a pitch count. Two, the White Sox aren't really hitting, so I'm gonna take that one right now.
Yeah, I see Jason mentioning that he's been cashing a prop that I actually forgot about that I was taking months ago. He's been taking the Meadroff, a single every game at -127. He's had a single in 12 of the last 15. It is not one of the plays that I have on the show, but I'm happy that one of the old plays I gave out has been working out for you. So just something to keep in mind there. Not every White Sox player sucks. But I also like the joke, by the way, that you're talking about how you're relatively high on the White Sox. Just to be clear, we're talking about 70 and 92.
Right.
Like,
Well, so here's,
fine.
I mean, the cap on it is this. So I didn't realize that this team has only won like 55 games. Right?
Yeah. Last year, the bar was set so low that
their win total this year was still 51. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And the bar was so low last year. I guess what my banking is that I think their win total is going to open up next year at around 60, 61.
I think it'll be very low 60s or high 50s, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, and I think that, so basically, do you think that this team loses 100 games 3 straight years?
I mean, I'll see what they do during the offseason, but
I think there's so much.
No.
I think this is such a better lineup than they had last year.
I'll go and no. This team's not been embarrassing at home. If you're decent at home and you're even a little bit better on the road, you might end up with 60 by default. So yeah, I can get behind that. But I like how we're talking about ceiling. We're not talking about a playoff team. We're talking about just not losing 100 games. So something to keep in mind there.
That's what. All right. And so the thing is, if you don't lose 100 games, you're probably going over a 60 win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, for my first prop, I actually have 1 pitching prop and 2 hitter props. I'm going to go with the pitching prop first. I'm going to go to the Twins and Yankees game. Give me Luis Gil. I'm going to go with the classic over 2.5 walks at around +115. So Gil's walked at least 3 guys in 5 of his last 6 starts. He's walked at least 3 guys in 6 of his last 7 road starts. And the Twins have quietly been good at walking against righties recently. Over the past 4 weeks, the Twins have the 6th highest walk percentage in the league against righties. We know that Gil, whether he's good or not, does walk a ton of guys. And I do think that the Twins offense has actually been more patient at the plate than you might have really, I'd say, realized. So I don't mind going for Gil. I actually see a couple of books have moved the line to +131. So I'm going to change that. DraftKings is +131 now. I think it's a great price on Gil. A guy that walks a ton of guys in Minnesota, once again, has quietly been walking more than you might have realized against righties. Last month, 6th in the league in walk rate against righties. Good enough for me. Give me Luis Gil to walk guys again, like he always does.
I love it.
+131. I think that's an insane price. Plus, the Yankees burned a bunch of bullpen guys yesterday. I'm not saying Gil's going to be stretched to maybe going 6+ innings. We'll see. But I know Fried does go tomorrow. They almost blew a 10-run. They almost blew a 10-1 lead last night. They used a bunch of relievers. It wouldn't shock me.
I thought of you immediately.
Of course.
By the way, this is a new microphone. You can. How does it sound?
It sounds good.
Okay, good.
It looks like you're about to sing karaoke.
Looks like a giant cock. But yeah,
it looks like you're about to sing karaoke.
All right, cool.
But I actually wanted to ask you separately. I don't know if it was.
I like his over. I like his over outs for what it's worth.
I thought about that too.
I want that in our underdog.
I thought about that too, but I liked how Minnesota battled against Schlittler yesterday, and I do think they can walk a couple times here against Gil. I didn't want to ask you, though, because it does involve the Yankees, and coincidentally actually involved the game that we had some action on last night. Which bullpen do you hate more, the Yankees or the Dodgers? Because Scott didn't even pitch yesterday.
I shouldn't be asked to hate.
Okay, which bullpen do you distrust?
No, I meant because it was against the Phillies. That's the only reason. Yeah.
I can't stand both bullpens.
Probably the Yankees, because I would argue that the Yankees. I think that the Yankees I test Yankees bullpen has cost them more wins than the Dodgers.
I can get behind that.
Because the Dodgers difference is that the Dodgers have starters who are on such low innings limits that they could go later.
Yeah.
The decisions to put them in are very dumb Dave Roberts decisions. The Yankees just have terrible relievers.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
That's the difference that I'm finding. And is that the Yankees should be in first place by about 7 games.
They really
should have 92 wins by now.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm in line to agree with you, but watching Dave Roberts pull Ohtani mid-no-hitter just for the immediate reliever to give up 5 earned runs, and with them using Trinan in the 9th inning, who gave up a 3-run bomb to the 9-hitter, it was a mess last night. And that's not something that's new, so that might be why when we talked about these teams on your pod, the Dads Who Bet Baseball pod, I was basically just saying, like, I don't trust these bullpens enough to actually view them seriously as a threat. And yes, you can move a starter into the bullpen, pull a Patrick Corbin with the Nationals, and try to fix the thing. Damn, those bullpens are horrible. So I wanted to just mention that. I think that both bullpens are really bad. So
yeah, I think they're really bad. I mean, the thing is they kind of the Dodgers bought their bullpen, you know, and it's the Dodgers. The Dodgers don't have an excuse because they could let guys go longer and they choose not to. Like Ohtani was pitching a no-hitter.
Ohtani had a no-hitter at 68 pitches. And
right.
They pulled him in
so what was the reasoning? Like, just do it and shut them down.
I don't know why that was a thing. I mean, they brought in Wrobleski, who gave up 5 earned runs on 19 pitches. And then Trinan had 2 outs immediately in the 9th inning and then imploded. So, yeah, I don't really know. Ohtani had a no-hitter. He was great. And at 68 pitches, even if you want to pull him, and at least let him get to 80, like a basic pitch count. What the hell is 68?
It's like, what's 60 supposed to do?
No, like, I don't understand that at all. Are you saving him for the playoffs to go 90? Like, no. Like, I don't get it at all. But whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. I find it to be extremely dumb.
But either way, I wanted to ask you about that because the Yankees bullpen was awful, but they had to use a lot of relievers yesterday. So give me Heel over 2.5 walks at plus 150. I'm sorry, plus 131. So what's your second prop for the show?
So back to the guy I just mentioned. I think we're going to take NL, the NL version of Zebby Matthews, Brandon Pfaadt. Brandon Pfaadt does 2 things really well. Do you know what those 2 things are?
Gives up hits
and
causes misspellings when you write down his name.
I was going to say eats innings, but yeah, that works out well too. So he eats innings, gives up hits. He's got 158 innings already, and he's at 180 last year. So he's just the guy that'll do it. He's actually, though, off a start where he only had he didn't have a ton of pitches. So they'll probably get some more length out of him, especially because that game Erod didn't go too far yesterday. Giants have had 6 hits against him in every single start. Giants are hitting a lot better because now they're bad. I guess they're battling for a wild card. Nobody wants that wild card, do they? In the NL.
It really feels that way. Shout out to Arizona, though. Arizona's trying their best.
Dude, this could change a lot of stuff with our futures.
I'm really happy Arizona didn't.
I have those dead. Well, I had to cross off our Royals ones. The Royals have to finish like 8-2 to cash our Royals stuff.
Shout out to Arizona for not rolling over and dying. Shout out to them. I'm not saying they're going to get there, but at least they made it interesting because the Reds are incompetent. So at least we have some race at this point.
Yeah. So anyway, Pfaadt over 5.5 hits allowed minus 117. That's what I'm
right. Yeah. Pfaadt, we know, had a great start to the season. That's when it peaked, and it went downhill from there. So I can get behind that with you. Before we get into my second prop for the Wednesday card, a reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is MyBookie.ag. Who's bookie?
My bookie.
Using to bet on football, college football. They have a prop builder second to none. They're also, once again, available to bet on a bunch of different sports. They have a motto, bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You could use crypto for deposit and payout to sign up for a new account. Use the code SGPN. Get 100%. Bet back bonus $500. For customers, look at the G promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, which is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig's an exchange, you'll be getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig's available in 35 states. Download the Novig app and you get $50 when you bet just $5. Use the promo code SGPN. Get on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our first couple of props for the show. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. So I'm going to swing for a pretty big plus money play. I know that he's a guy who you might not want in your fantasy league. I'm not sure if you want him in your lineup either. Give me Tommy Pham. I'm going to go with Tommy Pham under half a hit at plus 154. He's been quite bad lately. He's had no hits in 5 straight. Now, Boyd, I understand, has not been as good lately as he was earlier in the year. Been good against Pham lifetime, as Pham is 1 for 5 lifetime against Boyd. And Pham, despite being a righty, is actually worse against lefties. So far this season, 108 plate appearances against lefties, a 217 batting average. But Pham's been awful lately, and I think that Boyd can go decently, mostly just based on the form that Pham's in. But it's kind of like your Jesus Sanchez play for Monday, which I know in hindsight didn't work out, but the argument is it's plus 150 and change for a guy that's been objectively not good lately. Good enough for me. Give me Tommy Pham, fantasy commissioner extraordinaire, under half a hit at plus 154. So I think it's mainly the price. Like if it was at like plus 100.
That Jesus Sanchez was such a bad beat too, because it was his last at bat.
Yeah, I know.
They were up. I think they were up pretty big.
Yeah. It might just come down to price for me. Like if Pham was at even money, I might pass on this. But 154, I just think it's an insane
Where's
price.
he now batting in the order today?
He sometimes bats fourth, but that might be why it's that big of a plus money play. But he's once again, I guess, susceptible to being moved around in the order. In fact, I see the lines moved against me again, so I'm gonna update the price. I see plus 173. So I'm gonna update that 173. Why is he being priced like he's Trey Turner? What is happening? I feel like that's an insane price for no hits. 173.
Let me look at him. Really? Let me use my whiff filter. Nope, this is my pitching filter. Hold on a second. Whiff filter is who you said who are we talking about? We're talking about Pham, right?
Tommy
Only
Pham.
Phams? Well, he's not he's not striking out. That's why.
Okay. All right. Still 173 feels massive for a guy like that. Against Boyd? I mean, I know Boyd has not been great recently, but Boyd can easily have a good start. I'm not going to immediately, say that Boyd screwed against the Pirates offense. I mean, Boyd gives you a pretty good 5-6 innings. You're probably in good shape. So there you go. Give me Pham. Only Pham's no hit.
Only Pham's is such a great reference. Hey, wait! Shout out to Adrian. Adrian shows up to like every single one of my fucking shows that I do. By the way, guys, like this is like side shit to my normal PR bullshit, but like that guy shows up across multiple networks to multiple shows and says very intelligent things. Give him a shout. He should get a hat.
There you go.
There you go. That's it. Anyway, but yeah,
tell Sean and Kramer we said that you deserve a hat.
Yeah, tell Sean and Kramer that we said you deserve a hat. Tell Ryan McAfee
Real money?
Kramer. No. I use a different nickname for him, different middle name for him every time. Last time it was Ryan Carmichael.
Okay.
This week it is today it's Ryan. Let's call him Ryan McAfee Kramer.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, I see him mentioning strikeout guys. We can save the strikeout stuff.
Yeah. We'll take a look at those. I got some time.
Yeah, but
I wasn't allowed to go work out today, so I was on time because I'm not allowed to work out because of my balls might rip or some stupid thing.
So that was my big swing for the show. It's the Pham no hits. So there you go. I'll ask you though, what is your third prop for the show?
I really like Luis Gil over the outs, but I'm not gonna do that. My third one for the show is, however, our Lord and Savior Brad Lord. Brad Lord stinks, and he's coming. They're coming off a doubleheader yesterday, so I think he's going to get a little bit longer distance here.
Shout out to the Nationals, by the way, for sparing James Wood from the Chris Sale experience.
Yeah, man, that was so
what a
weird.
Joke! They purposely just looked at the lineup and said, "Oh, he struck out 4 times a game."
That's a problem.
Not betting.
That's a problem. Well, I will say this: we're going to get great numbers on his MVPs next year, and we're betting his MVP next year.
Either MVP,
you know what the ceiling is.
Or whatever.
The ceiling is insane on that guy, so we're going to get a great.
It was pretty funny though. He struck out like 4 times in game 1, and they looked at the card and said, "Yeah, we're not letting you.
Yeah, we're not letting you do this
2.
again.
Like, that is not happening." So they just scrapped them for game 2. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to your point.
No. Lord over 5.5 hits allowed +1. This is also plus money. He's over in 5 of 6 home games. 7 in his last start. 89 pitches. Again, this Braves team is kind of doing it. I think he's going to be out there for a bit. I don't think he's very good. I think he's, like I said, I think he stinks. Braves don't walk, so I'm not really concerned about that. Let's do this. Let's get some 6 hits. Let's get 6 innings, 6 hits, something like that. A lot of these guys are just getting left out because they just don't have anything else to do. They're just kind of rounding into form. I
imagine some might have innings things in their contract.
Tyler Wells probably. He's off an injury, so like that makes sense. But like Brad Lord isn't. Brad Lord's not coming.
I imagine some pitchers also maybe have some type of incentives maybe in their contract. Maybe not Lord per se, but some. So they might be incentivized.
I'll do a con. By the way, we were supposed to try to do this as a contest. I see Eli asking about giving out hats. Here's what we'll do. Retweet the pod. Call out a guy to hit a home run today. Guy who wins, the person who wins it the person who's correct gets
And
a hat.
if there's multiple people, whoever has the longest odds.
Whoever's, I was gonna say longest distance home run.
Oh, that works. Yeah, longest distance is fine.
Longest distance home run.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so just so everybody knows, we did this. And when Sean asks why are we giving out hats, we'll tell him it's this. But retweet the pod link when it comes out. Quote tweet it with a guy who's gonna hit a home run today and their odds, and that's how you enter. And
winner gets a hat.
Winner gets a hat.
Tie break is the longest distance of the home.
Tie break is longest distance. Yep.
All right, there we go.
Look at us engaging. All right. Yep. Brad Lord over 5.5 hits allowed. I see Joe Dollar saying he hates over 5.5 hit props, but he bet it. Yeah,
because Lord stinks. So
he
there
stinks.
You go.
I mean, 5.5 hit. I mean, if you have confidence in a guy going distance, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Moving on though to my final prop on the show, I have to include an NPC that might not play. It's a tradition on the show. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna ask you: do you know which team Carson Williams plays for?
Tampa.
That is correct.
All right. It was either that or Seattle.
He does play for Tampa. So I'm going to take his no hits at -108. He's had no hits in 5 straight, no hits in 11 of his last 15 games. And Gaussman's going, who's randomly been incredible his last couple outings. Now, I understand against Tampa in particular, he's not been that good. But his last 3 starts, 25 innings pitched, only 10 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He had a complete game last time out. Gaussman's been great. Simply put, but Williams may or may not play. He also may or may not be good. I think he's not very good. And it's -108 for no hit. So give me the Tampa NPC who might get voided to get no hits in this game, -108. The beauty of Tampa is that they use so many unknown guys. Anybody can be pinch hit for at any given moment, which is good enough for me. So give me, once again, a guy probably none of you ever heard of, Carson Williams, no hits at -108 as my final play on the show. So there you go. That is my NPC play of the day.
I like it.
That might be my new bit. I'll just pick an NPC every day to do nothing.
Well, because you're finishing within good time frame, we're going to get to give people a lot of bonus stuff.
So. Yeah. Well, I saw that once again we had a couple of suggestions in the Platonic section. A couple of strikeouts. I see somebody mentioning Reynolds and somebody mentioning PCA. PCA. Remember when that guy was an MVP candidate? Good times. But I see a couple of options here. Any thoughts on Adrian's picks of Reynolds 2Ks or PCA 2Ks? Just a thought.
On the Reynolds and PCA?
Yeah.
All right, let me look. Kramer just texted me. Sorry, I got distracted.
Okay.
You can tell who put that in? Adrian. Adrian's clearly on Handigraphs. Wow, he's down to 6 in the order, huh? Don't like it. Don't love it. Aviado has been much better. Well, he's been good against us. It's okay. I got a little. You're gonna get the number of bats. What's the number on the PCA? That's what's gonna matter. The Reynolds one. If you like guys on both sides to get 2 Ks, you might as well do a combined K prop for the pitchers. To be totally honest.
Let me quickly see what the prices are for these strikeouts.
And Reynolds does not. Reynolds is also in the. Yeah, it's very clear. Adrian's definitely on Handigraphs. You can tell.
By the way, so PCA 2 strikeouts is +249 on DraftKings.
That's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth a shot. Boyd's not striking anybody out anymore, so I don't like Reynolds. And Reynolds' BABIP is too high for me. Take a shot on the PCA one.
I don't even see Reynolds listed, to be honest.
He's on in the whiff filter. He's in the last 5.
I'm saying for odds, I don't even see 2 strikeouts listed for Reynolds, so I can't even make an argument.
They always put him up late.
Okay.
But
PCA though is a massive price, so there we go.
Yeah, his BABIP is low. You want a low BABIP when you have guys that are going to have either no hit or strikeout. I don't mind PCA for no hit.
By the way, I see Terry mentioning he doesn't tweet, but he likes Julio home run. Does that count?
We'll count it.
Okay, there you go. Terry, you're into the contest. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. Anything else you like for miscellaneous?
For miscellaneous. So yeah, I mean, I want to go through it. Sorry, Kramer's like,
it's fine.
Just doing it. Let's see. All right, so Merrill's been on a tear.
Yep. He made us some money a couple games ago.
He did. Okay, so first things first, let me find somebody who is my Bongo boom filter. All right, so first guys first. I think Juan Soto might do something today. Did Soto do anything last night?
I don't recall. I know that a bunch of people just killed King in the first inning.
I don't think he wants to be there anymore.
King?
Well, King looks incredibly disinterested in pitching the last couple of times off the AL.
I don't know if it's disinterested or the fact that I still
he's going to be a free agent. All this is like he's like
I know, and they strung him along. But I do wonder if it's disinterest or it's a matter of the guy's clearly not healthy and they keep throwing him out there because they're desperate for any decent starts. I don't think I'll use the mental aspect of it. I just think King's not healthy and they keep throwing him out there despite him dying every time he's on the mound.
No, and I think he knows that. I think that he's pissed.
Probably.
I think because I mean, if King doesn't get hurt or whatever he was, the phantom injury that he had this year, $120 million 4-year pitcher, easily.
I mean, I think King's really good.
I think King's very good.
Yeah, he's solid. He's had injury issues recently, but the guy's nasty.
Right, and he's in a walk year, so he's probably like, what the F? I mean, it's costing him money.
I think he's gonna have the choice. He could either take a little bit less money for a really good team, or he goes to a really crappy team and they unload the bank for him. I think that's gonna be the choice he has. Which is a pretty, standard operating procedure for a lot of guys.
He's probably, I don't know. We'll have to think about that because I really
can figure it out.
I want to give people some other.
There will be a pretty solid market for him though. The guy's good.
So Gunnar had 3 hits yesterday.
Yep.
And Martin Perez. I think Gunner's like getting ready to go yard very soon.
Right when the season's about to end, he's getting ready to go.
Yeah, I think today's the day. 547 is his home run price on we're taking that.
All right.
Yeah. So Gunnar Henderson is on the. Oh, I see. See, this just got added. That's interesting. Okay, so there's it's a day game too. So anyway, let's see. Let me look at this stuff. Okay, so he's one that I like. Vinny P is on here, but Vinny P just never goes deep.
Besides that one stretch, right?
One strikeout,
4 straight games.
Probably. Let me see. I've been good at taking some of these bases guys late at night when I text you, and I'm like, "Hey, this will work," and they usually save our day. He had an 0 for day yesterday. It's not really matching up.
I was going to ask you about one other thing before we officially wrapped up.
No, tell me while I'm looking. We have time. People are like...
Well, it was on a separate topic, though, but I see Stino asking about Cole Reagans, who's back from the dead.
I don't know, man. I'm not a Reagans guy.
I actually kind of like Reagans, but I don't like the back guys off the 60.
Let me look. The 60 is a long time.
60 is a lot. So I don't like backing people immediately because you have to question about the actual pitch count and the form. There's a lot of uncertainties there. I think he's pretty good. I don't really dislike Reagans at all, but I don't like the spot for him. So I'm going to pass on Reagans because there's too much.
Yeah, it's a spot against a first place team. It's just it's an interesting spot you're bagging them against a very hot first place team.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm not interested in Reagans today. Maybe down the road. I like Reagans more than you do, but not today. I'm not into Reagans at all.
His swinging strikes were great in his I don't you know what?
It's what he does. I mean, he's a strikeout guy. It's kind of why I like him.
Can you check his number while I'm looking up some home run guys?
For strikeouts?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So Reagan strikeouts.
We're gonna give this 2 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna
5.5. I see -130.
5.5 is very low. 5.5 is very low.
Yeah.
We may have to
5.5 -120 on exchanges, -130 on DraftKings. If you want the 6.5, you can get +157 on DraftKings.
Okay, we're gonna take that.
So
against Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, we'll take that. So that's one. I'll look for some of those other ones later, guys. I think Wyatt Langford may go deep today. He's another one. 441 is his. These are bonkers prices for these guys. Since Christian Javier. Yeah, I kind of like kind of like that. How did Langford do yesterday?
I have no idea. That Rangers team though is starting to fall apart again.
They fell apart again. Okay, yeah. Let's get that Let's take that Reagan's prop though.
I'm in for that. Even if he's off the IL, it's the fact that Seattle does still strike out a lot.
Yeah, and we'll take it at the plus money. Take the plus 157.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that. His swings. So for guys who want to, like, he's going to go 5 or 6. I mean, remember how Sale looked off off a 60 day?
Yeah.
He had 13 swing strikes. Oh no, that's swing strikes looking. Sorry, it's swing strikes. He had 12, 12, 9, 12. That's what you want to see. He had 12 and 12, and his K stuff's back. We'll take this.
All right, that works for me.
Okay, so that one is happening, and then we're gonna take Gunner again.
Okay, works for me.
I just think we're gonna get a Gunner afternoon.
You want to move on to the best bets?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So before we get into the best bets, a reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, Arnold Fantasy. We're going to give out an Arnold lineup in a second, but use them to play some pick'em entries. You win 500 times your entry. Pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. Available for a ton of sports. And a reminder, they have a new offer for new customers. Play just $5. $50 bonus funds. Use promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They've been off to a great start for college football and for the NFL. They have a new leaderboard system with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model that you build. You can win 1K. You do not have to win the bets. A reminder, just track them. All you have to do. But check out the promo code SGPN25. We downloaded the Rhythm app for a quarter off your first month. Download the Rhythm app, and don't forget to use the promo code SGPN25. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the props that we had for the show. Time to move on into our best bets. So, Adam, out of the 3 plays you gave out, what is your favorite prop?
Probably Orioles have not been kind to me, but I don't know, man. Lord stinks. Let's go with the Lord over 5.5 hits.
All right. So for my
Tyler Wells under 4.5 hits.
Okay, so we're gonna go Wells because he might have a pitch count and get lifted. Does that make sense? For mine, I mean, I have a couple of no hits. The Pham one's more of a flyer just for that price, so I would not pick that as a best bet, but I still like the price. Williams might not play because I have to pick somebody who might not play. Give me Luis Heel over 2.5 walks at plus 131. I think it's a great price. We know he walks a ton of guys. The main issue for him is the command. He's got nasty stuff. The problem is he hits the bull half the time. He doesn't know where the ball's going to go. So I don't mind going for Heel walks. I mentioned before Minnesota does rank 6th in walk percentage against righties over the past month. And the fact is he's walked at least 3 guys in 5 of the last 6. Good matchup for me, especially on the road. They forced, I think, 4 walks from Schlittler yesterday. And he doesn't walk a ton of guys. So I think it's a good spot for Minnesota. Give me the Twins to force some walks. Give me Luis Heel over 2.5 walks at plus 131 as my best bet. Moving on to the underdog entry.
I see one question. Judge John say, I like Oviedo over 1.5 walks allowed. Thoughts. So,
I see Joe saying, though, he got minus 175 for a parlay.
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. If you see something that's like that, we just did it with Reagan's. Take the alt if you really think he's going to give up the walks. I'll look. We just had a fight about if Oviedo is going to strike guys out versus walks. So I don't know. The Cubs are walking guys. I would honestly just do the 3 at over 2.5 at because he doesn't. The thing is that he doesn't hit he doesn't get 2. He gets 3.
Yeah.
Every time. So you actually are leaving way money on the table if you do the over 1.5. I would do and we could do this.
You're also threading a needle by laying 175, saying I think he only strikes out 2. He only walks 2, but not 3.
Plus 147 for him to do 3. He's had 3 straight starts. And his Cubs team's been walking a lot, so I like that. I think that's a lot better.
Let me see what the price is on that.
Plus 150.
Okay.
On ESPN.
Pretty good.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So there you go.
Let's do that. Okay. So anyway, underdog entry.
Yeah. I don't know if you wanted to recycle or if you wanted to just build from scratch.
I want to recycle. I want to take Gill.
All right. That's fine.
Or Yeel, whatever.
The walks, or you want to go for something else?
I want the outs. I think he goes 6.
Okay, that works. So we can go for that for starters. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that we actually want to back. You want to do Reagan's in here?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I want to do Reagan's fantasy score.
I don't know if he's going to get
30 and a half.
Do they have the regular strikeouts or no?
They do. It's 5.5.
I'd rather take the strikeouts.
Okay. And
yeah, Christopher's mentioning offshore. He found FAM no hits at +185. I'm not going to give out offshore lines, but that's a nice price. What?
Why? My bookie's a sponsor.
No, I meant other.
Oh yeah. Like,
I meant other competing ones. Yeah.
You want to do Gunner over 1.5 HRR?
Sure, fine with me. And then we're done.
Little one, but it's still, but gets us back on track. Gunnar Henderson, higher 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Luis Hill, higher 15.5 pitching outs. Cole Reagan's higher 5.5 strikeouts.
Yep, there you go.
Allegedly 4.95.
Allegedly. All right. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for the show. We're back once again for the baseball prop show on Friday. We'll be back for the NFL prop show tomorrow. So make sure you check that out for week 3.
I will be on location in that.
Yes. Also, a reminder, don't forget to enter the home run contest that we came up with on the fly mid-episode. So once again, retweet one of the posts that come out for the podcast episode to leave us a player and the odds for a home run.
Yep.
And if you pick the guy who hits the home run, tiebreaker's the longest home run, you will win a free hat.
And just tell us, we're going to trust you that we'll double check your work, but send it to Scott and I.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then I'm right now going to tell our bosses hey, we did an impromptu contest. We're going to owe somebody here. We may owe a hat. so
whatever. Point is, just make sure you enter the contest.
It'll be fun, guys.
It's free to enter. So there you go. Anyway, until next time, good luck to all of you and all of